Hi guys, this is going to be a video on the different products that I use with my 3-year-old daughter, my breast pump and like the nursing pads, the storage bags I use for my breast milk, and things like that. Which I'm going to use the same pump that I used with my daughter for this one. The pump that I had gotten, it's not an expensive, well, I mean it's not the most expensive and it's not the cheapest, but it's the first year's. Comes in a zippered bag. It's a dual electric pump, and I went for the dual pump just because when you pump, or even when you're when the baby's latched onto you nursing, when your milk lets down, I guess all women are like this, but the other side lets down too. So I wanted the dual one so I can just, get it out of both at the same time. It saves time, and it kind of makes sense because when I would pump one side, when the milk would let down, the other side would be leaking too, so why not collect that milk and instead of letting it, go to waste. Let's see. Well, what comes in it? This is the little part that has the motor in it, and it's got where you can adjust the suction. I don't know if you can see how it shows like the little, well, let me see if I can turn it the right way, you might be able to see it. There's like a thick line that starts here and it curves and it gets thinner as you go up here, so this is less suction, and when you turn it down, turn it down that way, that causes more suction, and this is the on and off switch. This is the little stand. Here's the handheld piece. These little things come out like this, and you can adjust it. As you know, some women, their bodies are wider, so you can bring them in more like that, or take them out like that. And let me just show you real quick how it hooks up. Maybe. Let me see. Gotta figure out where all my tubes are. Okay, here it is. Here's the tube that makes the suction come through. All you do, you take these little prongs, and actually you can just pump on one side if you want, and if you just want to pump on one side, then you just pull this piece off, and it's just a single piece. But you put it in there, and then it's got the 2 prongs, so it'll plug in right there, and then that way it will it'll send suction through both sides. And then let me see, I should have had this set up a little bit better. Here's the pieces right here. They're real soft, so it doesn't hurt, and it actually has these other pieces that you can put into there, but I pulled them out because it was kind of uncomfortable around the areola, because it leaves like a piece that sticks out around, so it would like leave a mark, and when it would suck it would pull it against there and kind of hurt. So you take this and you just push. There's little buttons here, little blue buttons. You push those in, and then you put that up in there, and then just let go. And then it holds it on there. You do the same thing for the other side. And you've got it set up like that. But then you have to put the bottle on, and I think I just brought one in. This is the bottles that came with it, the Soothie bottles, which I didn't ever use these to ever feed the breast milk to her when she was a baby. But this is the storage lid if you want to store it. And then it came with I didn't even ever open these, but it came with the lid with the nipple, and then a lid to cover that. So you just take that storage cover off, you just put it on the bottom there, and you just twist it on, and then you do the same thing for the other side. And you can get 5 ounces in these, so that's a lot of milk. I don't think I ever got 5 ounces, but I think I did get maybe 4 one time, like at the beginning or right after she was born, because she would sleep a lot and I would be so engorged and it would hurt, so I would pump to relieve some of that. Plus it was good to pump, so like when I would go to church for choir practice, so I wouldn't have to get up and leave the middle of choir practice to feed her. I would just have that extra milk, and I would, have some of that just to feed her, to hold her off during choir practice. Let's see, so it has that, and then that fits right in like this in the stand. Oh, and I didn't show you. Oh, where's it at? Okay, and this is the other end, and it just hooks. There's a little hole right here, and that would hook in there. And then of course you would have the other end of the tube stuck in there, but you could just sit it like this if you were, you can get it all ready and then sit down. And then also you can take this cord, or this tubing, so that it's not just all stretched out. And you can wind it up, and it's got this little clip right here that you can just pull out and kind of have that tubing wrapped up, so like if anybody walks by where you have it, so they don't trip or anything, kind of keeps it all together there. But I only did that before I sat down to pump. And actually, I have no idea what these things are. I do not know what these are. They're in here. I didn't ever even read to see what they were, but I'm sure they're for something, or they wouldn't be in here. Let's see. And it came with an ice pack, which I never used because I didn't. The only place I ever took bottles would be to church, which the breast milk, it can sit out for, I forgot how many hours, but it can sit out for a while and it doesn't go bad. So, I mean, I didn't, really need to keep it cold because I always used it before it could go bad. Okay, so that is the pump, and actually, let me see. Yeah, you can use batteries, and it takes 4 C-size batteries, but I never took it anywhere because I didn't need a pump when I was anywhere because I stay at home. So if I went anywhere, she was with me, so I would just feed her. And then it has the AC adapter. And I really like the pump. I mean, it worked really good for me. I didn't have any problems with it. I thought it worked really good, and I was happy with it, because I really wanted to get a Medela, but they're super expensive. So I saw that, and it had everything I wanted, so I went ahead and I had gotten it when she was, it might have even been before she was born. I'm thinking it was before she was born I got it, and I really liked it, so I was very happy with it for the price. And when I would pump, if I would have enough to ever freeze, I would use these, and they're the Easy Pour milk storage bags, and they're by the First Years. And you can write on there your name, in case, I guess, if you work somewhere and you pump, and maybe there's some other moms or something that pump also, you know, you could put your name on there, and so they'd know whose it was, and you can put the date on there, and you can put, you know, different things on there, I guess, if you want. And it tells you how many ounces are on the side, so that's good. And you know, if you take this out of the freezer, and then you could just sit it in a cup of hot water to thaw it out. But I really like these because, let me show you. The bottom kind of opens up there, where after you fill it up, you know, the bottom, when it gets liquid in there, the bottom opens so it stands up on its own. So I really like that. And they're not real expensive, but I mean, I really liked it. Oh, and there's a place on there where you can put how many ounces that you pumped. So I really liked these. And I even got a sample of them in the breast pump, but I never did use them. I don't know why I didn't use them before I bought, you know, tried them out before I bought them, but I still have some from that in there. So I really like the First Year's Easy Pour milk storage bags. And I would always use these just because you can squeeze all the air out, the Playtex Nursers. This was Lily's, which I need to throw that nipple away. It's over 3 years old. But I really like those because you can get all the air out. And I always like the drop-in ones for it, but they're kind of more expensive than if you just get like the boxes of the ones that you kind of got to pull over the top, over the edge. But I guess those are all good, all those bottle liners like that you can pull over the sides, because they get little tabs you can rip off. But I've tried the Walmart brand. These are all left over from my daughter when she was a baby. But these are the small ones for this size, for the 6 ounce, 4 ounce. So the Parents' Choice are good, and I'd even got some from Target. That's a pretty big box. And these are the 8 ounce ones, so these are pretty big. And I did have a couple of the taller ones, but I never really used the tall ones because I never gave her a full bottle of breast milk. I always did, you know, just a little bit to hold her over till I was able to go nurse her. But I mean, I think any of those brands are good. So I mean, I didn't have any problem with them. I liked them. But I mean, like I said, I nursed her most of the time. I didn't really use a lot of breast milk. And the nursing pads I like, I can't find anymore. They were at Walmart. They were Curad, C-U-R-A-D, and I really like those. And they were the cheapest ones you could find there, and I really liked them, but I can't find them anymore. And I couldn't find them, you know, when I was still nursing her. But I've got these Gerber ones right here. They're Gerber Ultra Thin Nursing Pads, and they're pretty good.